Hello again, guys, and welcome to another episode of the BroKast Podcast. My name is Thomas, and sitting with me, as always, he's my bro, and he's your bro too. Give it up for Alan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the BroKast. It is I, it is me, it is he, Alan of the BroKast. Tom, how are you?
Bro, I'm going good, and it's getting quite hot. I don't know what our weather is at the moment, but I'm looking at the window and I can see rain, but it's stuffy though. And that's where, guys, you're in Melbourne, Australia, where one moment it's raining and one moment it's blistering hot.
Yeah, I've actually got my window and curtains open right now as I'm chilling out here doing podcasting with you right now, and I'm just getting that breeze coming in and the sound of the rain. It's actually quite cool. But I love this type of weather. Just reminds me of a simpler time back when we were kids, and wow, what was that? Did you hear that?
No, what was that?
I just got a. What is that?
Is it thunder on your side?
No. I've got my Twitch channel up, and it's putting up my last Twitch stream that I just did of the WarGames, and I forgot to turn the sound off, so I just got absolutely shit scared then. I'm just going to get out of Twitch for a moment. I'm not going over to Kick. Yuck. And I'll just close that.
Well, interesting note. I've been doing some research about Kick, and I'm like, is it worth us eventually going onto that? And I thought I'll maybe give it a year or two to develop a bit more, because I have heard a couple of good things, but many bad things when it comes to the alternative to Twitch there with Kick.
Well, I look at Kick, and it's made by a couple of Australian fellas. They developed it down here, and I mean, I'm on there. I haven't streamed anything on there. I think it's purely because most of my streaming that I do is all via the PlayStation 5. I mean, I could do something with it right now being on PC, but I'm good, mate.
I don't even think on the PlayStation that you've even got a Kick icon. It's just Twitch and YouTube, I think, that you can actually stream to. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Well, in regards to Twitch, Alan, we're just having a chat offline, guys, about how much gaming we've both individually been streaming between now and our last episode, which was, again, hitting the waves, and great to see people are downloading it. An interesting note, get this, bro. Going back and looking at some of the data of not last episode, which was a TBK Vault, but the previous one before that, where we covered the Triple H versus Stone Cold matchup, that is our highest downloaded audio episode this year.
Of all things to have a high download on, that's very interesting. Cool. I find that very interesting, but that's very cool.
Yeah. And it was a great way to actually end, season 7, and here we are in season 8, guys, and that means we're coming up to our 8th year of this podcast, and it's crazy that we've ventured into many great eras of pro wrestling, from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and going into 2024 next year, with some other great events coming out. But in regards to gaming, where can people actually find you in regards to your gaming content?
That's TTV Roscoe Bosco 84. That's my Twitch channel. Your boy has just had a bit of a surge of streaming wanting to do for the past couple of days. So I thank everyone for jumping in and joining my streams. I've been playing quite a lot of the 2K23 WWE, not basketball, not golf, but WWE style. It's been kind of fun. I've just been doing, for a bit of shits and giggles, like the Dusty Classic, or just purely just doing AEW fellas teaming up with WWE fellas, and then just having an all-out brawl in a tag team tournament style. And then I've just done, just in the past couple of days, just having an AEW King of the Ring versus WWE, and then the next one was the New Japan. The New Japan one I found lots of fun, just because I found a lot of downloadable New Japan superstars, wrestlers, and on the actual cause, and just download a whole bunch of it and just enjoy the stream for myself. And yeah, just recently the other night I did the AEW King of the Ring, which was fun. And also doing, thank you for everyone who jumped in with the Survivor Series WarGames stream that I actually did the other night too, sort of a prediction show. I try to do that every leading up to every type of WWE pay-per-view. I like to go back and stream. Also too, I didn't realize until the end of the very stream that I put the main event up, and I didn't do it in the Survivor Series ring. I put it on the NXT WarGames ring. So I'm looking back at it and I'm like, what the bloody hell have you done, you dickhead? So, yeah.
You couldn't quit too. You're like, I just got to let it go.
I had to. I was just like, it's been done. Why is Randy Orton walking out NXT? There you go. Yeah, well, that's it. So, but again, thank you everyone for jumping in and enjoying the streams. And you have been busy, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, before I jump into my stuff, what's upcoming? What's coming up for you? You got anything in the schedule, or you just fly by the seat of your pants and think, whatever I feel like I'll do?
Basically, about what you just said there, I don't really have a schedule. I did try at one time to use the schedule, and it just got too repetitive.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to do that when it comes to that. For this is me personally. I just like, every now and again, just jumping. I go, oh, yep, I want to stream now. This is going to be a bit of fun. I like to do a little bit more Fortnite because the season is ending soon. And I've been vastly enjoying this past season. Going back in time, it's been great. But other than that, no, nothing yet. What about you?
Well, so, Alan, what is actually the name of your Twitch too? I don't think you dropped it.
I did, but it's TTV Roscoe Bosco 84.
So, guys, Alan is actually a recommended channel. So if you actually go onto the BroKast, which is simply TheBroKast, whenever Alan's actually streaming, he will appear in recommended channels. So again, he does some great content. In regards to what I've been doing on there, it's quite a lot of Marvel and DC, like cartoon, comic book based stuff. Most commonly, I was doing the playthrough of The Amazing Spider-Man on PlayStation 3, which is something I talked about in the last episode about going and actually doing that. And I actually really enjoyed it. It's quite different to what we see today with Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. But I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a 2012 game. Played well, had some great Easter eggs, had some great characters in there. I'm actually going to be doing part 2 of that probably later on this year because there's only 2 games in that whole series to actually do. Bit of an upgrade, but I did hear that that game originally came out on 3 and 4, and the 4 version is so terribly criticized that the 3 version's better than the 4 version. Really? Even though that was the first game to go into the next-gen console, that it just does not play well on the 4. So I've got it on 3, so I'll be playing it in the best way it can. Earlier this week, I did Deadpool. First time actually playing the Deadpool game. Never played it. My oldest son bought that years ago, and it's just been sitting in my collection on my PlayStation folder. And I thought, okay, I'll check it out. And I thought, yeah, it's about a 6-hour campaign if you stick to just the main story. And it was completely over the top, F-bombs, explosions, decapitations, explosions of people's heads and bodies. And I'm like, this is exactly what you read when you read those comic books. This is what we're getting here, actually, with the game. And I enjoyed it too. Again, lots of crossovers there with like Cable and Wolverine and Dynamo and all those types of things. Yes. And then yesterday, I just finished up part 2 of Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. On PlayStation 3, a game I'd never played. I bought it for a total of $6 at a local cashies, and I liked it. It is very cringy when you play it, especially when you go to the settings and it's like, would you like to turn off blood or turn on blood? I'm like, who's playing Mortal Kombat with no blood on? And I'm like, do I do that? I'm like, no, I'll keep the blood on. But yeah, that's interesting. Did you watch my stream of that? Have you checked it out? Because you would have probably saw you rage quitting in a lot of those fights, especially when taking on Superman and they just whoop you. And you're like, There's nothing. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Every flawless victory. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick XXX. I'll get back in. But I enjoyed it. Good games. In
Good.
terms of what's coming up, I do have a game that I text you in a WhatsApp chat. It's the only game in my COD collection I didn't have. And I actually forgot about this game. I forgot that it even existed. Like, in my mind, I thought it went, what is it, Modern Warfare 4? And then I thought it went Black Ops next. And I'm like, wait, there's actually one before that and after Modern Warfare, and it's actually Call of Duty World at War. Now, looks dated. I bought it for a total of $4 from Cashies for PlayStation 3. So I'll be streaming the campaign of that on Sunday and Monday night. Now, I've never played it, but you have. Any comments on this upcoming game I'll be playing?
I originally got this way back in the day when it was on for the Nintendo Wii.
Mm.
And it came, you could use the controllers, and you actually had a gun you could actually use. When it was actually originally used for Wii Sports when you were doing the scooter game.
Yeah,
you could actually use it.
Where the nunchuck itself gets like you slide the controller around the top. Yeah.
The nunchuck and then everything else, and you used it. Boom, 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 boom. And I had that game for the Wii U for like I said, I think I've spoken to this. It might have been on Mr. MMA podcast, or it was another podcast from back in the day. Or it might have been the other one I did with our other friends, the Low Cut crew. I had that game for a span of half an hour for the Wii, sorry. Then returned it and got it for the PlayStation. Yeah. And the guy looked at...
So tell us what happened with the Wii version. Like, why was it so bad?
It was just very frustrating because it was inverted controllers. I changed it around as much as I could. And the quality of the game was shit. It was so bad. For the PlayStation 3 version, did you get it for the PlayStation 3 or 4?
PS3.
For its time, it's a great game. Very brutal, some of the stuff, because it is focusing on one of the biggest world wars. And straight off the bat, some of the like first mission is just like right in your face type of violence. Like, it does show that war is hell. But for its time, I remember one time rage quitting because of the last mission. And so be ready of that one. Hopefully you don't go through that, because I think I threw the game down and didn't play it for like a span of 6 weeks, and then came back and played it and then mastered it and finished it, and that was it. That was done. And then sold the game straight after. Yeah.
No, I'm keen. I love the companions. I love a good, long play companion, and I think most COD companions are about 4 to 5 hours, really, from start to finish. If you kind of know your way around an FPS first person shooter, you could get it done maybe in 3.5 hours. But I'm happy just to do the 2-hour streams, each night, and definitely keen to do it, because that now is the last COD game. I have everything now. The only thing I don't have is the newer ones. And I was going to ask you to, and I can probably do it offline, because I don't think... Do the newer games have a campaign? Like Vanguard and something like Black Ops 4, I think it's Cold War. Like, do they actually have campaigns? Or are they built to be more multiplayer only?
Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 have okay. Was it campaigns? Vanguard has a campaign, but it's so repetitive.
Right.
But I played it, but I didn't enjoy it. What was the other one? Vanguard?
Well, the newest one I heard only got 4 out of 10 for their campaign.
Yeah, that. I think they wanted nostalgia back. They were like, you can go back and do this. But then they've taken the concept of, I'm not going to get 3 until it jacks right down in price. But it was basically just said, even the second game's campaign, I didn't enjoy that as much too. I found the very first game, that campaign was just unbelievable. Straight off the bat, one of the first missions is so in your face. The other ones that continue after that are just unbelievable. But yeah, I think what they said with the third game was that they included multiplayer into it.
Yeah.
You know, no, that's the one thing about the campaign is that you can escape from the multiplayer and jumping onto that server and not worrying about joining up with somebody. You can just do it by yourself and enjoy the storyline of it. Yeah, I think they were just basically just saying like, "Oh, we're trying to bring everything back. Do you remember this? Do you remember that?" You know,
Yeah.
you want to join up with your friends and do a campaign? You can do it now. And you're like, no, thanks, I don't want to do that.
Like the co-op campaigns.
It's purely just that now.
Yeah, like Far Cry used to have co-op and things like that, yeah. Because I remember I played Advanced Warfare, and I'm like, why are we in the future? And stuff like Infinite Warfare, I'm like, why are we leaping so far ahead? And I've always loved, like, the World War era, like that time. And that even inspired me to, once again, go to Cashy, see what's on special there. And I got on Xbox 360 for $4, Band of Brothers, or Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway.
Yeah.
Which is based on the Band of Brothers TV show, and that is brutal. Like, heads exploding and bodies just blowing up, and so that's going to be something down the road. But I've always been a fan of the older time when weapons were more simplified. You didn't have like double jump jetpack, and you can fly around and land on your feet. It's like, no, I'd rather just be in the trenches, crawling on the ground with limited ammunition, navigate your way. You got to use your melee attacks, get in, get down, get up, keep moving. So yeah, definitely keen for that. And in terms of Fortnite, you were just saying too, I literally just finished the battle pass before I came in here. We just bought the Ragnarok guy. I don't know if it's Omega Rock. I think we got the last skin of him, and now we are into the bonus rewards. And it's actually quite short because you only need to have 70 levels this season to actually have everything done, and I'm at 51 now. So I've only got 19 to go, and I've have the whole bonus thing finished, and off we go to the next. And I've got about 8 days, I think, to do it now. So how are you going with it?
Completed the battle pass fully. Just got to get 2 of the gold skins, and I've really enjoyed it because this is what, again, when they say OG Fortnite, this is what it was like back in the day. You know, we didn't have like long extension of Fortnite skins that were available. It was very minimal. I enjoyed it just for a brief time. They made the Fortnite store like the OG style, where it was only like 2, 3, 4 skins available. They've definitely noticed that they need to upgrade it now. So every like that one small little 4 skins, a couple of dances available. Now the whole goddamn store is just like, you want everything? And it's just like, no. Again,
my son was actually like that. He goes, Dad, why is there only 4 things each day? And I'm like, well, Jack, they're trying to make it simplified. I said, you wait, give it 2 weeks, and the whole thing, you'll have cheerleaders and football skins and Futurama, and all that will come back. He goes, oh, okay, because it's just 3 dancers and 4 people. No, I don't want to look anymore. And I'm like, okay. And now he's like, back into, it's like, Futurama, Dad, look, there's Fry, there's Bender. Can I get V-Bucks? I'm like, you don't even know who Futurama is. I said, you know, I'm not giving you V-Bucks for that type of stuff. But yeah, no, because I always think, you know, Alan was an old school guy, so you've kind of got to relive each season now as we've come up to 8, 9, and 10, and then eventually we're going to get to this new one where they announced Eminem is coming to the game, which is very interesting. And what's your take on Eminem coming to Fortnite?
I think he's getting a big payday, definitely, and I remember the rise of Marshall Mathers, Eminem. You know, from hearing his music not even on radio. You know, it was mainly just heard through cassette tapes, through CD, and you'd be at a friend's place and like, oh, you can listen to this new dude. You know, he's this rapper, but he's white, and, you know, and he's produced by Dre, and he's got a hard way of talking, and it was just like, oh man, and you listen to his music, and it's the stuff you do not listen with your parents around, and he was talking about controversial things at the time, but you were like, oh man, it feels very taboo when you listen to it. And then gradually his stuff got better and better and over time. And then, I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You're talking to the guy who has the Ariana Grande skin.
Yeah, I was going to say, you love to put that in there, that you've got to.
I do. I love the Ariana, and I didn't buy it. It was a gift. It was gifted to me. And I love that skin. It's again, people will think, why do you always want to play as a female skin? I'm like, guys, you want to look at a guy, or you want to look at a girl? I mean, hey, each to their own. But yeah, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is a big payday for Eminem, and each to their own. Hell, one day it's never going to happen. I mean, BroKast skins in Fortnite.
What maybe, guys? Come on, get onto Epic Games and let them know you want us in there.
I mean, for God's sake, if they can get Ninja and Loser Fruit on there and Laser Beam, we've got two Australian people right there. Loser Fruit and Laser Beam can get a skin. For God's sake, you got Ninja, who's just like the OG dude. Who's next? Yeah,
we'll see. We'll wait and see, guys.
Yeah. But
well, did you also see the poster that they put out around the Big Bang? Did you notice that the rainbow llama, the unique thing about that, it's actually Lego-fied? And there's rumors that we're getting Eminem and Lego going into this. And my son's like, this is awesome. I don't know who an Eminem is, but Lego, that's really cool. I'm like, all right, mate. Okay. Right. I don't think I'll be playing any Lego people, but all right. And I'm like, do you reckon there'll be like life-size Lego people? So it'll be like a Peely, but he'd be kind of cubed up like a Lego piece. I'm like, well, maybe. I don't think they're going to shrink them down to make them little, but
no.
It's kind of like when they added Futurama, they look like they do in the show. Very big heads, big eyes, big hands. That's probably what they'll do with Lego. But, yeah, what do you reckon about Lego coming into Fortnite?
I like the Lego games, like the ones you can get for like the Star Wars games, the what were the other ones? The Batman games. They're fun. In Fort, I mean, again, this is bringing the kids back, I think, the children of the world to, hey, remember Fortnite? Come back and play now, because all the dudes in their mid-40s and mid-30s are now playing OG maps. Oh, you remember that? And then I've seen a few people, like, I've jumped into a few games and I've seen a few streams of people that are playing with kids and then go, I don't like this map. I don't understand. And you go to jump off and, I died. You're like, yeah, that's what happens. Don't go in the water, kid. Why do I slow down when I get in the water? That's what it's like back in the OG days, which makes me laugh. But, I think this is like reeling the kids back in and going, Lego. Do you remember Lego? So Lego Peely, anybody else they put in the skin store, who knows?
Yeah, but it's like, will they bring in Lego people, or will they just turn people into Lego characters? Like a Lego Jonesy, a Lego Peely, like the main people just be Lego-fied. They're not going to bring in like Lego, like Ninjago. I don't think they'll do Ninjago or the Lego movie or things like that, but
yep.
Yeah, interesting. But no, I think the Big Bang kicks off next Saturday for us. So this is actually Friday night for us, guys. So 8 days from now we'll have the Big Bang, which I think will be, because you and I actually live streamed, didn't we, an event, which was a Saturday mid-morning, I think, one of the previous seasons. So don't know if we're going to get a concert or a live show like that. Should be cool. But if we do, we might jump on together. We might even record it, put it up on our YouTube, guys. And in regards to our socials, The BroKast is the best way to find us. Type in The BroKast on Twitch, YouTube, Apple iTunes, Podbean, Castbox, Castro, and you'll find Alan and I with all the episodes that we've covered. 172 episodes of this podcast, many compilations, many TPK vaults, watch-alongs, wrestling companions. It's our bread and butter, and we are about to do another one, which will mark, I think, Wrestling Companion 101. But before we move any further, we want to give a shout-out to not one, but two great wrestling podcasts. Check these guys out.
The Mark Order Podcast is the only show you need if you're looking for dedicated coverage of everything AEW on the Shining Wizards Network. Join us live on YouTube every Wednesday night at 10:15 p.m. Eastern after Dynamite to chat along with the show. If you can't join us live, listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on all social channels at MarkOrderPod and use the hashtag #JoinTheMarkOrder, because if you don't find us,
we will find you.
What's up, everybody? I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, the host of the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Yes, you heard that right. And I'm here to tell you about the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin Raw podcast. Me and my co-host, Vince Delgado, and Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe of the She Leads Showcase do a weekly recap where we cover Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, and Rampage. We are on Pornhub, YouTube, and every audio platform you could think of, and we are spitting what we don't like and swallowing what we do every week. We've also got guests from some of your favorite podcasts. So if you want to have fun, take your pants off, put in your headphones, pull up to your favorite listening or viewing device, relax, and just have a good time. Catch up on the week in wrestling in our own unique way. Come check us out. You guys can find me at Matt Ritter, that is at MATTRIDDER, on Twitter only. There you will get Linktree/SmackInRaw. That'll get you all of the audio platforms as well as Pornhub. You guys can also check out Linktree/Creation World, and that will get you the YouTube, the merchandise, and the Pornhub, as well as other great podcasts from Creation World, which is the banner under which the Smackin Raw podcast exists. If you want to get everything in one shot, go to creationworld.com. There you'll find Super Flash Hero of Tomorrow if you're a fan of DC CW superhero stuff. If you want to check out the Smackin Raw podcast, if you want to check out our other show, Return to Wrestling, where me and my co-host Travis go back in time and he forces me to sit down and watch old WCW Nitros and pay-per-views, and I have to suffer through Hulk Hogan repeatedly. If that sounds like something that you think is fun, come check that out as well. We also have a YouTube-only show hosted by Vince called Spitter Swallow that you can find on our YouTube. We've got so much content for you. Dungeons After Dark as well. That episode 2 is coming. It is our most viewed episode on Pornhub. So if any of this sounds appealing to you, I can't wait to have you guys come follow us, listen to us, and interact with all of you. Like I said, take your pants off, pull up, get comfortable, and let's have a good time.
All right, guys, we are back, and it's now time for Wrestling Companion 101, and this time we are traveling back 6 years ago to the year 2017, and we are about to watch NXT WarGames, the main event, which was the very first time a WarGames was actually featured in WWE, and the first WarGames for NXT, as not only do we have just a simple, team of one takes on team two, we've actually got 3 teams in this match. Alan, who are these people in this matchup?
Well, we got the Undisputed Era, and in that team is Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Where's the lie? Oh, the cringe. And then you got the Authors of Pain, and that is, you got Razor and Akmal, and Roderick Strong. Before he joins up with them. And then they also take on Sanity, which is Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, and Killian Dane.
Nice.
This is our main event, guys.
And before we hit play, Alan, when was the last time you watched it?
This? I think it might have been the actual first time I remember watching it. This is like, I haven't watched this in a long time. I think actually maybe watching it live was the last time, on the network.
And that's funny, because I realized something too with you and I, is that you might choose a match to watch that you only watched once. So it's like going back and doing it for a companion. It's like, I get to watch it a second time, some good memories where I probably watched it multiple times, but I feel like I've missed this match. Like, this must have just gone off my radar, because in my mind I kept thinking, there was that one with Ricochet and Pete Dunne and Undisputed Era. I thought that was the first one. And I'm like, no, there was one before that. I thought, okay, I'll go into the network, see if it's there, and we have it now, guys. You can find it wherever you can. It's about a 29-minute video clip, I believe it is. And we are good to go. Alan, are you ready on your side?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to press play with us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we had a bit of a laugh, didn't we, off the mic, realizing how many people are no longer employed by WWE in this matchup.
That's right. And so we've skipped all the entrances. We're right at the moment here. We're now Roderick Strong, Eric Young, and Adam Cole are in the ring right now.
I love Cole just selling it. No, you fight each other.
Get away from me.
Yeah. It's a triple threat. Fight each other. Look at
That's
it.
right. God, he sells it.
And it's weird seeing Roderick Strong so able because he's been selling that injury on AEW with the neck brace and in the wheelchair and screaming out Adam and
I'll take your word for it. I don't watch AEW.
Alan, come on.
I can't stand it, bro.
You know what we should do? Funny thing, we should do a
TBK
TBK reacts just like to AEW's cringe moments and just watch you go like that for the whole video.
You just want to find more gifts of me going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to make them up. You do so many faces. They're good GIF banter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just stuff that shits me up the wall. What am I watching here? Oh my God.
Well, here we go, right? So looking at this, and funny thing, with this podcast, how many WarGames matches do you think that we've done a companion for?
Probably 2. I think, haven't we done one of the OG ones?
You are correct. The one that we did was from, I think it was Capital Combat 1990. And also a year ago, we actually covered the WarGames from NXT, which was Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller and Tony Giangelo and all those guys. It was like the OG takes on the newcomers or something like that, the young blood or something like that. But yeah.
Geez, they've really been down on Adam.
And it's good actually seeing Eric Young getting a push like this because you think we've covered quite a lot of Eric Young, but TNA Eric Young, where he was the sidekick to Team Canada and Bobby Roode. He was the funny guy wearing the turkey suit and having those really weird Karen Angle moments with Kurt, and he was always just this joke character. Where now it's no. You're not a joke. We're going to give you a stable and have some good fun here in NXT.
I love this style of Sanity back in the day. They look like some scary looking dudes. And that also, they had Nikki Cross with them at the time. And, and this is OG days of NXT, which is beautiful. Watching where most of these guys did come from other companies. And, geez, that was nasty looking.
Nice.
But these are Hunter's and Sean's proteges here.
And that's what you could really see that Adam Cole was like the next Shawn Michaels. He really felt like a 2017-18 Shawn. Very similar, maybe not the way backstage, but the way he was presented on screen. You could see HBK really much in a lot of that. And that's why I was so surprised that he left the company, to go to AEW, because I really felt he was going to get pushed by Hunter and Shawn. But from what I had read and things like that, is that Vince McMahon didn't believe he was bank enough. He wasn't tall enough to be a big star, where someone like a Hunter and a Shawn would book him. And it's strange to think that Vince is out, Hunt is in now. If Cole did stay, would he have been a big star on the main roster now, or would he have actually still thought, no, I'm going to go try the water somewhere else?
Well, perfect example right there is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
The man, legit, built his business with his friends and came out with a sledgehammer and smacked the throne, destroyed the throne. It was a dig at Triple H. And then the man makes his return at WrestleMania and against Seth Rollins. We wouldn't be surprised in the future of 2024 or 2025 that Adam might come back. And we'll see what happens there, And
talking about Cody, I saw a tweet come out today marking the 2-year anniversary of the time on Dynamite where Cody took off his belt and threw it into the crowd, and then it got thrown back in. And you could just tell in that moment, Cody's like, I'm meant to be the guy, and you've just thrown my stuff back. Like, this is the Cena treatment of Cena throwing the shirt in, and the fans throwing it back. And it's like, and you think even on that 2-year anniversary, within the next 3 to 4 months, he was back in WWE. And that was like that was like the beginning of the end for him, I would say.
Yeah, I remember because it got thrown out, then Andrade grabbed it and threw it under the ring.
Yeah.
And we got
So the
Bobby
pod's
Fish.
open, and we've got Fishy Boy and Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, that's right, because it's not one at a time, it's two at a time, isn't it now?
Yeah.
I forgot that.
That's what surprised me. I was watching this last night, and I'm like, oh, why are Kyle and Fish both coming down? And I'm like, oh, it's team. It's not individual, as it would have been in the past, where you would have one member from, like, Sting Squadron or Rick Rude's or the Danish Alliance, where it was like Arn Anderson coming out. Because I remember it wasn't in the past, like, Anderson used to always kick him off back in the day. Like, Anderson, I think, he had the most amount of war games was Arn Anderson, and he almost kicked off every single one of them, which is crazy.
Yep, sure did.
Just destroying Eric Young here.
Kyle O'Reilly is just a fantastic wrestler to watch.
He is, yeah. He
Bobby Fish.
definitely. Two things I'll say.
Gotcha.
I reckon Kyle O'Reilly would so suit like a New Japan style, like that, the kicks, the elbows, the intensity. He sells so well. Where someone like a Bobby Fish, even though he gets shit, I remember watching his match against Punk on Dynamite. Have you seen that? What happened there?
Nope.
He didn't want to get the GTS, and then he gets the GTS, and then Punk covers him, and he gets 1, 2, and on the 3, Fish kicks out. Even though it's the end, Punk's song hits, Punk says something to him, and then Bobby just rolls out, and then Punk celebrates it. But it's like, why did you kick out of the GTS? And there was something that he said, like, oh, I'm not going to go down like that. That's not how I want to lose my matches. And it's like, you were there to put over Punk, brother. Like, what do you... But it's like 1, 2, shoulder up. And even the ref's like, ring the bell. It's like that, you direct that one. And it was quite a good clash between styles. But you're like, what are you doing, mate? You're just going for your own. Yeah.
Looking after yourself. Yep. Oh, shit.
Just bouncing off the cage.
It was a wild time during, I can't remember the pay-per-view, but where Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong were the tag champs. And when he turned his back on Pete Dunne and joined the Undisputed Era, the crowd went wild.
I think that was like, it was like an opening tag match on one of the takeovers. Yeah.
And everyone looking at him going, oh my God, he just hit his finisher on Pete Dunne, and then he threw Kyle on top of him. We got the 1, 2, 3.
And it's kind of weird seeing them as like a 3, because we're kind of so used to them doing the pose as a 4 on the stage. And it's like, oh, that's right. There was a time where they actually weren't, a foursome. They were actually a triple. So
that's right. Who's next? Who is it? Okay.
It was double the light then.
Both of them. Open up. Oh, these big dudes.
Yes, I was saying to Alan, I call them Tokar and Razor from Ninja Turtles. Yes. That's how I remember them. I call them Tokar and Razor.
Oh, God.
Now, see that there? This marks the moment, right? So that big hit with the door, from the next 25 minutes onwards, Kyle just sells everything for everybody, and he acts concussed and dazed for the whole match. And it all starts with that door shot. I just love this moment because Kyle just sells things from now on. And like, he's stumbling, he's tripping over, but that's when it starts here, when he starts to kind of get pummeled down.
Yeah, he's good at doing that. Kyle O'Reilly, definitely you can watch him in any type of match, and he will sell his ass off. And again, oh my fucking God.
He landed on Kyle.
Both knees up.
Sorry, brother. Watch this here. Backdrop, I think it's to Eric Young, I think.
Yeet.
Oh, Jesus. That could have been an injured leg and back.
I was waiting for his back to bend.
You're going to tell they're still very green, aren't they? Akeem and Razor. Still very green in their characters. Look at this. Hey.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Alexander Wolf watches on. My God.
Because wasn't Alexander Wolf originally a part of Imperium?
Yes, he
Remember,
was.
later on, I think, with Walter and
When he
stuff
came
like
up.
that. Yeah, when I think he was on the UK brand.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Because
yeah,
I think he got replaced with somebody. There was a fella, I think it was Sawyer Fulton, who was from Impact, and I think he
Yes.
replaced Alexander Wolf in Sanity,
Yes.
and then he got released and went back to Impact, and then Wolf became a member of Imperium for a little bit before they became a trio, and then eventually kind of the more two that we have now on the main roster.
3. You can't
Yeah.
forget Giovanni.
Look at this.
Look at- Oh,
Oh, just smashes, mate.
when you smash another motherfucker into another motherfucker. God damn.
Not only do I want to slam you, but I want to slam you into that guy. And I'm just going to throw you into it.
God damn.
What do you got there about these two fellas, Al? What can you tell us about Akeem and Razor? Who were they managed by?
At the beginning of their time in NXT, they had there's Paul Ellering right there, the bald
There he
man
is.
in the side there, the man who I think in 1997 was with the Warriors, and then he turned his back and joined up with the Bikie crew,
Yeah, the Disciples of the Apocalypse.
the Apocalypse, and then he said he was going to bring technology and smartness of the internet to the WWE. And no one had no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
We got Killian Day, Alexander Wolf, the guys with the funny accents.
Look at this.
You what, mate? You what, mate?
Got a
God damn.
nightstick. Because was he German? I think he was German,
Yes, he
wasn't he,
was.
Wolf?
He's
Yeah.
German. Yeah.
Because they were all from a culture. Like, Canadian was
Yeah.
Eric Young, Nikki was
Yeah.
Scotland, Killian, I think, was
Yep.
also Scotland, and then, Germany for Wolf.
Because Killian Dane and this is craziness. Yeah, Dane and Nikki Cross are together too.
Yeah, they are engaged, I think. Now, listen to the crowd. Listen to that.
Yeah,
They get
yeah.
such a big cheer here for weapons.
Weapons.
But when Dane gets the table, listen to the crowd just erupt in like a huge roar. And it's like they must be so over it this time. Like the Sanity group
Yes.
are just completely over. But anytime you chuck in weapons into a matchup, I think you're going to get fan approval. But I just remember hear the crowd chanting it now, we want tables. And when he gets it, they just literally blow up. It's crazy.
And again, this is back when NXT, they still do it now, but this is when it's very small. It's a small crowd. And the roar here, it's very ECW
listen to that.
style.
Look at it. Listen
Not
to
one,
that.
but two.
That's crazy.
We're getting just 2 pieces of wood. And we're getting a yes chant.
It's crazy. Well, it's funny. Like, it's strange to think that even Vince McMahon had said that this was still, this was not meant to be the main roster. This was still developmental. I didn't see that. Like, I see it today being kind of like that, but this wasn't developmental. This was, people were watching this over Raw and SmackDown. People weren't watching the pay-per-views. They wanted to watch NXT takeovers because they had that feeling.
Oh,
There it is. Oh,
fantastic. See? God bless.
I love that.
Kyle O'Reilly. Here we go.
just the ricochet. Here we go. Now watch Cole. He's selling it now. This is where it starts with the whole dazed and dizzy, all with that chair shot, and then the German.
Just throws.
That is
And
just
he locks it
completely
too.
folded up that trash can.
Just the punches here.
Mm.
Oh, what? You don't need a chain. Dane, mate.
Well, now the match is officially on now, so literally this is where it's pinfall or submission. What's your take on that? Were you a submission dude or you like a pinfall?
The referee shouldn't be there in the first place. Every time I ever thought of and he ate the key.
Yep.
You mad bastard. Yeah, and this was all a flack at this time where we're like, where's the top? Where's the of the cage? This is WWE style, so you got to remember most of their cages don't have a top. The only thing the cage that has a top is a Hell in a Cell, and so you can understand why they did it. But when I think of a pinfall, the referee should not be in there.
No,
you need to give up. That was the old day of doing it. But yeah, each to their own.
Yeah,
it's
like we're taking Dusty's idea, but we're going to WWE a little bit of it. We're going to take some things out. We're going to change the rules a little bit. And talking about this match type, how is this in the new game? Because I actually haven't played 23 yet. How is it like with the double? Does it work well, or is it a bit?
Yeah, it's fun.
Bit weird.
It's
okay.
No, it's a lot of fun. It's fun to watch. Oh my god, what is he doing? Everyone come together, catch.
See,
I find that fun, but you do that on AEW and you do it from someone outside. Fucking hate it.
Come together. Ready?
I love
up there.
I love that.
Oh wait, he's up there. Look,
catch. I love it.
Only time I don't like that move, and I'll tell you why, is you hit your teammates though. It's like when Jeff. It's like when Jeff would do stuff, and then Matt would fall down with it, and it's like, Matt, you actually hit Jeff then. Or Jeff, you're hitting Matt, or Matt, you're hitting Jeff. It's like you're actually hurting your own teammate. Oh shit! Look at this.
But if I see that on a Wednesday or a Saturday night, nah, fuck that shit.
I always thought that when he grabbed Carl, come here, boy, just picks him up. Okay, sir, what are we doing? Oh, look at this. Get out of there.
No. No.
Look at those shots.
Wait. What is he?
Oh, my God.
Michinoku driver.
With a double pin.
Oh, I love that kick.
Yeah, the stomp. It's like a delayed stomp. Gets the leg up and comes down. Yeah. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. Listen to the commentary team here is Nigel McGuinness and what was the name of the other chap?
Well, you got Percy Watson and Mara Bonello.
Yeah, but Nigel McGuinness, that's who. That's his other name now.
Which you can check out on AEW Dynamite.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. There's a double one on the other side.
And they were both looking at each other when they did it.
This is like those Royal Rumble spots. What Keith Lee, Brock Lesnar, and Kane and Taker, and Cody and Big Show, and
big meaty men slapping meat. That's what wrestling's all about. God damn it! I'm enjoying Bronson Reed stuff as well too on all his socials now. He's actually embraced the meat, which saying out loud sounds weird, but I don't care. Embrace the meat. It needs to be on the shirt. Bronson, bloody hell, give it to us, big man.
Well, it's cool because it kind of brings me back to an era which I feel sometimes is lost, where the big man is lost. And it makes me think of 94, 95, Bam Bam Bigelow. God. Back when Bam Bam was doing top rope moonsaults and things like that, back on like Monday Night Raw, like that was cool. Having the tattooed head, the flame attire, like that. Bronson's kind of like a newer version of like a Bam Bam coming out there doing high flying stuff for a big dude.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Little bit of work there. Just, yep.
Watch out. Oi, nice.
And what's cool though is like it's yes, there's 8 people out there, 9 people, and it doesn't feel overcluttered though.
Yes,
like it doesn't feel like too much is going on. Like they've actually contained it quite well funny note, our last episode, guys, was a TBK vault of the 60-man World War III, where you had 3 rings, 60 people with everyone just, I'm fighting you now, and then I'm going to go to ring 2. And it's just a cluster of cameras filming multiple rings.
I've heard that Luke Gallows, the Doc Hendricks, has said battle royals are sharing forearms with the Good Brothers. That's what he is. That's what a battle royal is, and that's basically, if you look at it, go back at any time of watch those matches, forearm, throw over, forearm.
Grab a corner and just do some elbows. Yeah.
Forearm. So there were some other matches on this card too for the NXT TakeOver WarGames 2017, and I'll give you a rundown. This is wild to think back in 2017. We had Ruby Riott took on Sonya Deville.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Nice.
Pete Dunne took on Johnny Gargano for the United Kingdom Championship.
Oh, wow. So Gargano went for the belt on that show. Interesting. I had no memory of that.
We had Cassius Ohno, classic wrestler.
Yeah, Chris
took
Hero.
on Lars Sullivan.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah, likes to show his dick online. Well,
so
it wasn't him, was it?
Is this your first time on camera, or? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name? Tex. Oh, cool.
Tex. Big Tex. Ember Moon, sorry.
Yeah,
defeated Kyrie Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce.
Oh, wow. 4 corners.
In a fatal 4-way for the vacant NXT Women's Championship.
Cool.
And the match just before this was Andrade with Slavina Vega defeated Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship.
Oh, that's a great matchup. That was a really good matchup. Yeah. Cool.
And then
because I believe I remember there was the show where McIntyre either won or retained the belt, and that's when Ira came out and attacked him. And that's where I thought they were going to do Cole versus Drew, which they didn't. They ended up doing Andrade versus Drew. Yeah, Andrade became champion, I think, and had pretty good lengthy reign as an NXT champion as well, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like a good card. I like that one. Was Aleister Black on that card? Did you say Aleister Black? Okay.
No.
Because I thought there was Aleister Black in Dream, but that might have been the year after.
No, I'm sorry. I missed that one.
Yeah.
Aleister Black takes on Velveteen Dream, but I don't really like to talk about Velveteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's another one of those guys too, where it just one mistake and here's your papers, mate. Off you. And he'll never get booked anywhere now. Like it's over. That's it. It's done. Because I heard somewhere like last year he was booked and he was put on the flyer for an event.
Oh, really?
And very quickly the promotion had all this hate, people wanting their tickets back, wanting to give one of their money back. So what they do, took him off the poster, put another guy in, they just totally removed him from the show. So yeah, weird. Look at this.
Unbelievable.
DVD, is it? Look at that. Oh, brutal.
We got some blood too.
Yeah. What current day WWE is what? Put on the gloves, stop the match for a second, fix the cut up.
Staple.
Is there another referee on the other side?
Yeah, there's two referees.
There is 2. Look at that. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Super Tan ref. The Super Tan referee.
Yes, right. Is it?
Oh, love it. Look at that. Just give me Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander in a battle of the backbreakers.
Yeah, far out.
What an insecurity. Look at that high knee.
Ankle slam.
Awesome. And I love how Mario refers to it as an Olympic slam.
Yeah.
And not angle slam, because Kurt would have been here at this time, I think, coming in as GM, I think. but they called it the Olympic Slam, which was really cool. Nice little throwback there.
Yeah, Morrow was always good like that, wasn't he?
Mm. And he didn't leave on the best terms, I don't think, when he left the company.
Yeah, he spoke about a lot about mental health, and then he was considered just man up. He was told and deal with it. It's like where that type of stuff is very frowned upon. That's me personally. If you're going to be like that type of, what's he going to do here?
Because I think it was something to do with Nigel and him also had some confrontation. It was a build-up of something. And something happened between the two, and it was like, Nigel, you'll stay. Ronello left, and I think he went over to Bellator, I believe, or even the PFL, and did some of the MMA shows, which is what he used to do in Strikeforce before he actually came over here. So,
yeah, I don't know the whole story. I just knew it was something about dealing with mental health. And what is this?
Oh my God,
guys,
getting a tower spot, Tower of Doom.
Look at these.
Oh, brutal. And look in the middle. Cole just observing it all.
Everyone was going after him at one time, and then it was like, no, we're not.
And it's also funny, too, like, watching Cole here not be a champion. Like, because I'm so used to Cole being NXT champion. And I think every WarGames after this, he was either the champion going into it. And even though the belt wasn't on the line, it's kind of weird to think that there was a time where Cole had nothing. Like, he actually became North American champion before he even became world champion. But it's like, you think about his career, and it's like the NXT title's always around the waist or always on his shoulder. He's always got that championship where, there was a time where he didn't have any gold.
That's right.
And do you check him out on Twitch?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's the Chugs Army. He does a lot of Mario RPGs and things like that.
Yeah, a bit of Halo every now and again, which is fun. It's kind of disheartening too when I watch some of his streams because this guy is a mega superstar and he gets about 300 views, where I watch other streamers who are like, again, they paid their dues, they've done their time with getting online and building up a massive fan base, and they go like 1.4K people watching him. And then you got, Cole Babe, 400 people watching him. It's like, you think I just find it really interesting sometimes. These simple YouTubers have more of a fan base than a pro wrestler do.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I think it also comes down to even like how often, because I think sometimes he schedules like one stream a fortnight. So he's not all the time on there, where others are doing it like 24-hour streams and 48-hour streams and everything like that. So
they have like a certain time they're on.
Yeah. Oh shit! Here we go. Look at Wolf. Cole's getting out of there. Wolf's coming up onto the far side.
That's the weird thing about this too. If you leave the cage, your team wins.
Oh,
fucking hell.
Top rope German suplex, brother. Through 2 tables. And Cole's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Oh, my God.
Jesus. That's off the top rope there. Look out.
Yeah, I look at this as if you're on top of the cage and you escape, you should know that your team loses by default.
Yeah. But they used to do the old rules back in tag team cage matches where both members had to climb out. Like if it wasn't a pinfall, both members of the team would have to escape the cage. So if you tried to go out first, you're actually putting your teammate at a disadvantage because now it's 2-on-1. So like when the Hardys would take on ENC, say Matt got out, Jeff's in there by himself, ENC will just whoop Jeff unless Matt can come back in, which he can't because he's already left the actual ring.
Oh, yeah. I remember that back in the day. And then Whisper in the Wind Jeff, and then they end up losing their tag titles in the cage match.
Well, here's a question about cages. Are you a climb over or a door guy?
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Pinfall only or tap out.
Because you think a cage match is like the cap off. It's the last time, the last stand. Why would you try and escape him? Like, you want to finish it. You want to end it right now. First blood or a last man standing or a pin or a submission. Why are you running for? Why are you trying to climb out for?
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
It's just the spot. This is the Van Terminator by Killian.
This your mate.
Oh, my God. He says to Cole, and I'm going to kill him. Coast to coast, man.
350 pounds kicking you in the face with a trash can.
Look at that. He literally went across the whole ring.
Oh, tough talkers. I've got 3. My son's got 3 of those WWE Mattel figures.
Oh, they're the motion ones, aren't they? The ones that speak. Yeah.
John Cena, Kevin Owens, and Bray Wyatt.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember Killian Dane, before he was released, he was doing something with Drake Maverick. And, like, Maverick would dress up like him or something like that to kind of be like maybe it's to used to remind them of the old WB cartoon of the big grey dog and the little dude.
Yes.
That was like Drake Maverick and Killian Dane.
Oh.
Just jumps down Canadian Destroyer from the top. Just blows up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, getting dangerous up here now. Oh, shit. Hurricane Runner.
Very dangerous.
Do it strong.
No, don't do that. No, thank you.
Gets him up in a backbreaker, jumps down, and just breaks him in half. Mortal Kombat style.
No, thank you. I don't want to see that. I'm happy to see that in video games and such.
Yeah, the crowd. Please don't die.
Please don't die. Yeah, please don't die.
Oh, shit.
What is this?
Look at this. Oh, man. Just imagine if they weren't there, the impact of that from the top of the cage.
I'd rather not.
Just noticed the referee's got the gloves on there now.
Yes, he does. Paul Ellering watching from afar and from the outside the cage.
And he passed away, didn't he? Was it last year or the year before?
Year before.
Yeah, because remember they did the episode, the last ride of the Road Warriors, and I think he was in that, and then passed away, I think, later that year, I believe, or early this year.
The man who managed in and out of the ring the Road Warriors in real life. Got them to the next towns where they needed to be, and
it's almost like he was a caretaker. Like he kind of like Timmy White Torandre. It's like, I'm your man. I'm the one that does it. Almost like a tour manager. You know, here we're going. Here's your hotel bed tonight. Do you need anything? All right, I'm going to bed too. See you. I'll see you in the morning.
He looked after them. Yeah, he looked after them.
You know what? I just keep thinking. Is that your back, like Killian?
Yeah.
My first thought was Alan. Funny thing, I showed my son. He goes, "That guy looks like you and Uncle Alan combined."
It does.
Like if my hair was a bit longer, if we were combined to make one guy, it's Killian Dane. My gingerness, and then I can see it now. That's us. Yep.
Yeah. If you morphed us into one human, that's who we become. We're Killian Dane with a funny accent.
Oh shit.
Oh, the sleeper hold.
He loves these rear naked chokes, eh? Come on, just die.
And the NXT chant.
Look at these shots.
It's smart, though.
Yeah.
He still won't go down, though.
Look at that.
Wow.
What show the what similar to the Eliminators, eh? What Cronus and Saturn in ECW.
I was about to say the same damn thing there. That's very much the Eliminators right there.
Because I think, what was it? The Ascension did a similar one too, which was a clothesline version. Yeah. Look at this. Oh,
neck breaker.
What shade of the Dudleys, eh?
Yes. What's that?
Oh, look
Far
at that.
Out.
Literally turns him midway through. Here we go.
These two here.
How do you feel the blood in this? Do you reckon everyone should have got busted? Or are you happy with just with a couple?
Yeah. I like old school style.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys are the pretty boy actors now. So you don't really need, you can understand, oh my God.
Look at this. Oh.
I can understand that, oh fuck.
Shit.
Sanity are the ones that are getting busted up because they're not the pretty boys. But you got Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the actors, the pretty boy faces. You can understand why they're getting a bit of colour. They're not getting colour. Well,
Eric Young's got the chair. He's got the chair here. Look at this. Trying to block it. Oh. Is this it? See, I like that. What do you think of that ending? You like that one?
I like it.
Yeah. Because it's like, I'm trying to defend myself from your shot. The chair's the only thing I can use. The chair's going to take me out. I like how it was written and put together. I like that. I like that ending.
But then looking at Adam right there, he's like, I've just been through a damn war. My soldiers and I have just been through a damn war.
Yeah. And it would have been cool if they did it, and I understand it's, again, different time. But if you could imagine him being bloodied up and being carried out of the cage there by Fish and Riley, that would have been Shawn Michaels' Hell in the Cell against The Undertaker, when Chyna and Hunter carried him out and he's all bloodied up. Like, it would have been cool if they did that as a bit of a throwback, but again, different time. But yeah, what do you think of that matchup, eh? Good one or not?
Classic. Absolute goddamn classic. Very awesome to go back and watch that from 2017. Whew, that's a while ago.
I agree. Very good one. Guys, in regards to our podcast, you can check us out on Apple, iTunes, Castbox, and Castro. But before we finish all of those shout-outs, we want to give one more shout-out to Two Great Wrestling Podcast. Check these guys out.
What's up, everybody? I am the hardest part of the ring, the host of the Apron Bump Podcast. And I know what you're thinking. Ugh, another wrestling podcast? How many times can I listen to fans beat up on WWE and AEW? Tell me who needs a push, who doesn't need a push, who brings Vince's coffee these days. Enough! I'm just as sick of it as you are, and that's why I created the Apron Bump. The Apron Bump is about the journey. It's about nostalgia. It's about discovering new forms of wrestling to really tickle your pickle as a wrestling fan. It's about making wrestling fun again. The podcast brings you reviews of wrestling events all over the world, tying together over 6 different promotions spanning 4 different decades. And everything is chronologically in a timeline to really allow myself and all you listeners to live through these eras while having a good time doing it. Whether it's WWF, WWE, WCW, ECW. We even cover the golden eras of Ring of Honor, Progress, TNA, and more promotions in the future as well. New episodes every Wednesday, or as some may say, Bump Day. Yeah? Go to apronbump.com or go to your favorite podcast platform or YouTube and subscribe today for the most diverse, fan-friendly wrestling podcast in the world. I'm Hard.
Main Event Marks is a retro pro wrestling podcast hosted by 2 lifelong wrestling marks and walking wrestling encyclopedias, Troy and Greg. Every Wednesday, we do a breakdown and review from a fan's perspective on some of wrestling's biggest and most forgotten shows ever, along with the industry news from that time period, taking you back in history to when that event took place. Main Event Marks is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Follow us on social media at @main-event_marks.
Well, guys, you know what time it is. Alan's left the room, so I have to give a bit of a readout of our sponsors and affiliates. So Rogue Energy is a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. And if you check out rogueenergy.com and use our promo code 2702 at checkout, you will get 10% off products. Next one I want to talk about is Luxy. So Luxy can enhance your performance with their analog grips. These grips can be used on your PlayStation, your Xbox, and your Nintendo Switch. And if you visit Luxy.com and use the promo code BRO247, that's BRO247, you get a total of 15% off products. Up next is Triumph Chairs. So Triumph Chairs is a gaming chair company specializing in comfort and performance. Visit triumphchairs.com and use the promo code BRO247 on checkout to get 10% off products. Up next is Clinch Gaming. Clinch Gaming manufactures custom professional gaming controllers that you can use on your Xbox and your PlayStation, and use our promo code BRO247 on checkout to get 5% off products. Up next is Player One Coffee. So Player One Coffee develop coffee recipes custom tailored to gamers, creative, developers, and just about anyone who really enjoys a cup of coffee. And lucky last is victoriouseyewear.com. So Victorious Eyewear develop blue light blocking gaming glasses designed to eliminate digital eye strain and help you maintain comfortable and focused. Visiting victoriouseyewear.com and use the promo code BRO247 at checkout gets you 10% off. So again, shout out there to Victorious Eyewear, Player One Coffee, Clinch Gaming, Triumph Chairs, Luxy.com, and Rogue Energy. Alright guys, we are back and we are at the tail end of what has been episode 172 of the BroKast Podcast and Wrestling Companion 101. Alan, any closing comments before we finish up for this month, and where can people find you?
Thanks again for everyone coming by and listening to this and watching us, of course, on the BroKast here. You can find me on Twitter. That's Alan Ross TBK, Alan Ross 84 TBK, sorry. That's on my X or Twitter. TTV Roscoe Bosco 84. Find me on my Twitch. Come along and watch. Thank you again for everyone who jumps into the streams every now and again. I appreciate it. Also, too, I know some of our friends over in the States, you guys are celebrating your Turkey Day. I hope everyone has had a fantastic day off. I hope everyone deserves it. And I was, again, very happy to see the Dallas Cowboys get the W today too. Let's go.
Very nice. Cool. So, guys, in regards to what's next, on December 12th, which I believe is a Tuesday, we'll be releasing our final TBK Vault for 2023 as we go back to TNA Turning Point 2008, where Alan and I did a watch-along of Sting versus AJ Styles for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And then we have our final episode, which will be towards the end of December, which will be our final episode for this year. No rumors or anything like that, but check out all of our socials on Instagram and Twitter at The BroKast, TheBrokast. Also check us out on our Twitches, on our YouTube, on our many different socials, all out there, guys. Thank you for all your support each and every month when you download our show. And as we say each and every episode, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or...
good night.